not me. You can relax. We are honored to have a young man with us this morning, Aaron Ngwa, and I'm going to butcher these names. Comes to us from Myanmar. He's the administrator of the Taunggyi Bible College. Taunggyi. But anyway, Aaron has been in this country studying for a couple of years. He just got his master's degree in divinity. And if you look at him, he's just a little kid. I mean, I know what I was doing when I was his age, and it sure wasn't that. But anyway, he's going to spend a few minutes and talk to us this morning about his work in Myanmar and what he does at the Taunggyi Bible College. So give it up for Aaron Ngwa.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Very nice to meet all of you. And I'm Aaron Ngwa, but that's not my real name. My real name is Ngwa Kun Lor, which is an Asian name, and it's very hard for Americans to pronounce it, so I just go by Aaron. I go by Aaron, and this morning I'm not going to preach a sermon. What I see in the flyer that falsehood doctrine, I'm not going to preach the falsehood doctrine, but I'm going to talk. My message is about the result of the apostle doctrine. It is about a message about a ministry in my country, and of course the ministry I'm leading and back in my country. And obviously English is not my mother tongue, and it's my third language. So let me know. Just raise your hand if you're not clear about what I just spoke. Just raise your hands and let me know. And I'll be glad to repeat again. Again, thank you so much for this privilege, and thank you to Steve Newton and Mr. Randall Walker for making this happen. And they two are the reason why I'm here today. And again, and also thank you so much to everyone here to welcome you to this church to speak. So what I'm going to do today is I want to talk a little bit about myself, and then I will go to my ministry, Taunggyi Bible College. I was born and raised in a Christian family, but both of my parents are converted. My mother became a Christian only in high school, and she was a Buddhist before that. And my dad, she was an animist until he got into college. So they go to convert, and they became Christians, and so basically I was born into a Christian family, and I grew up in a Christian family, but I didn't understand about salvation until I studied Bible in India. And I was in India for 4 years. I did my Master of Divinity in Christian Leadership in the Bible College in India for 4 years. And there was a class that changed my life forever. The class subject is Roman and Galatians, and I took that class, and that class changed my life forever. As already you know, that Roman and Galatians are all about salvation, And so I took a class, and that class changes my life. And in fact, it is one I came to know about Jesus for real. And so it is one I accepted Jesus as my Lord. But I didn't have any desire to do mission or to do mission. I was just happy I was saved. So, but I didn't have any vision until I got into the jungle. I would like to I would like to mention to you a little bit about context of my country. When I went to India, I didn't go with visa and passport. I had to sneak into India to study the Bible. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a criminal. Because my father tribe is also a national tribe in India, so I cannot use that recognition to disguise myself in India. So I was there for 4 years. And the reason I had to sneak into India is that the Indian embassy in my country didn't give visa to Bible student, to the student who want to study the Bible in India. So that's the reason I had to sneak out into India with 2 other friends. And on a week, we spent there 4 years at the school, and on the way back home, the original route where we came into India, in the original route where we came to India, there was a war going on between Indian army and the Indian rebels. So we have to choose. Choose the other way, and the only other way back home is Himalaya jungle. So me and my 2 other friends ended up in the Himalaya jungle, walking for 2 months into my country, and we walked from morning 6 a.m. up to 6 p.m. every day, and we came across only 4 villages in the entire journey. And I don't want to say that they are villages because they are just tiny human settlements that include only 4 or 5 family altogether. So they are not villages as you would have a picture. And they are just a tiny human settlement scattered around, scattered throughout the Himalaya jungle. And that many of the villages are Christian villages. Over there I came across a little boy, and I had a conversation with him, and I was in the village for a few 2 weeks, and I had a conversation with him, and I asked him if he knew Jesus Christ. And he answered me that he didn't know. I thought he was kidding me because he is a son of the pastor of the village. And I asked him again. I asked that question again to him, and he sincerely answered me that he had no idea who Jesus is. And later I found out that there is no Sunday school for children at a village church. So that's a situation in my country. I would like to mention a little bit about my country. My country is a Buddhist country. 89% of the whole population are Buddhist. And the Christian, evangelical Christian population is only 0.2% of the entire population. So it is not a Christian nation. It's definitely not a Christian nation. It is we call it mission frontier. So that is my country. And this little boy, even though he is a son of the pastor of the village, he had no idea who Jesus really is. And there's no Sunday school at the village church for kids. So it's kind of really like teacher for my country. And when I got home, I joined my parents' ministry, and I taught at Taunggyi Bible College for 1.5 years before I came to the United States for Father study. And so I was at Cincinnati Bible Seminary for 2 years. I did a master's degree in theological study, and I just graduated last December, so I'm about to go back. And so that would be the story of my life. And when I go back home, I'm taking over the leadership of Taunggyi Bible College as the president. And please remember me in prayer. And also now I would like to talk about the Taunggyi Bible College. Before that, I have brought, so usually I always do this presentation with PowerPoint. And so it really helped me a lot because English is not my mother tongue, so it really helped me. But I kind of thought of that, and I brought a photo album of all the pictures we took at the school. So I think I will just pass this around while the name of the Bible school is Taunggyi Bible College. It was founded in 2005. By my parents and an American missionary named Aaron Ngwa. I don't know if you have ever heard of Moss family, who was in Southeast Asian country for more than 60 years. And they have made a huge impact in that part of Asia. They have evangelized, and now they have planted many churches. They have planted a lot of the Bible college, small Bible colleges, and one of them is Taunggyi Bible College. My parents came to know with Mr. Aaron Ngwa back in 1997, and they started planting churches in my country. So within a few years, they planted more than 16 churches, 16 new churches. So my country is not a Christian nation, when we do church planting, and when we get a lot of the new converts, the new Christians, there's a need for like Christian teacher, Christian minister, and of course like church planter and evangelist. So they decided to like kind of establish a Bible training school to produce evangelist minister, to train evangelist minister, and church planter for our church planting ministry. So they founded the school in 2005, but later we started to receive like students from all other denominations as well. So we eventually we turned it into a bachelor's degree school. So we turned it into a Bible college, into a college eventually. So, and we offer 2 programs: Bachelor of Theology and Bachelor of Ministry. So depending on this, so Bachelor of Ministry is 3 years program, and Bachelor of Theology is 2 years program. So depending on this program the student should study, they will be there for 3 or 5 years. So what we do is, by the way, my country has more than 135 tribes. They all speak different languages. And it's really different from United States. I would say my country is like United Tribes. Yes, United States. I would say my country is United Tribes. So we have people groups who are speaking more than 135 different languages. And some of the tribes have like different language groups within themselves, like Naga, Chin, you might not know, but so we have a lot of. My country is a country of diversity, very hard to reach out to people. And so far, their Bible translation only for around 35 tribal groups from the country. And there are many enriched souls in my country. And there are many enriched tribal groups in my country. So what we do at the school is we get students from different tribal groups. We train at the school, and we send them back to their tribal community to reach their own community with the gospel. So that's the model we are following. That's our vision. And so far, we have trained students from more than 40 tribal groups. So we are trying to reach new tribal groups every year. And the school has been in existence for 10 years now. It's going to be 10 years this year. And so we have trained more than 150 students. More than 150 students. And it has been such a great tool for the Kingdom of God in Myanmar. And all the graduates have become a church planter, minister, and evangelist, and working all across my country. So and also we also have church planting ministry, and so we recruit some of our graduates into our church planting ministry, and we have, with their help, we have planted 22 churches. And that list doesn't involve the ministry ran by the other. Sorry, that list doesn't involve the churches planted by other churches who are planting churches independently all across our country. So this college is making a huge impact for the average people group in my country. And it has been, and also at the school, we teach not only the Bible, we give them, we train them in like carpentry, agriculture, sewing, and basic medical knowledge. So we give them that kind of life skill to the student as well. From next year, we are going to offer them basic computer skill program from next year. So we want our students not only to know the Bible, but we want them to have some kind of life skill so that they can use those skills for their own tribal communities. This college is a very, it has been a very effective ministry and a very, very priceless and very good tool for the Kingdom of God in Myanmar. And so I really want sorry. English is not my language, so it's always so it's kind of like a process in my mind. I have to translate Bangladesh word into English and speak out. So I guess it's stuck in my mind. So I would like to welcome this church to become a partner with our ministry at GTC. And what we do is we get a student, as I had mentioned to you before, what we do is we get a student from different tribal groups. And many of the students, they come from poorly stricken areas. Actually, I should have mentioned this before. My country is the second poorest country in Asia after Afghanistan. And you know about Afghanistan very well. So Afghanistan is the top in the list of the poorest country in Asia. And right after that, my country. And also, my country is a mission frontier. Sometimes they have to walk for 7 or 8 days up to the city, up to the town, from where they travel up to the city where the Bible College is located. So they live in a very impoverished area, and they are very poor. So what we do is we provide everything for the tribal student: tuition fee, food, and lodging for a student. So for a year, it costs $160 for a student. That is ridiculous, I know, because I have lived in the United States for 2 years. $160 for American, it's not that much. Especially like one you can train a minister, an evangelist, like for a year at school. So, and next year we are going to have 70 students. 70 students next year, and so far we haven't reached our goal for our student scholarship. And I would like to invite this church to become a partner with our TBC ministry, and also I would like to invite to all of you individually to partner with Taunggyi Bible College. And there are many ways to do that. I have some friends who are helping our students personally. Just one student I have found it. So they do that, and they said sometimes they just donate towards the general fund of the school. So there are many ways to do that, and I would like to invite this church and this congregation, and also individuals from the church, to partner with our ministry, and as I have mentioned to you before, our vision is to train Christian leader for my country. And my country is, again, I would like to mention you that again, vision from here. And there are many ambitious. And please think about this ministry. And I would like to thank you for giving this privilege. And it is such a pleasure to be here. I'm going back this Thursday. I'm flying from Indianapolis Airport, and it's going to be 27-hour flight back to my home. So my country is basically on the outside of the world. So it is night over there this time. So I've come from a great home, but many of the people from this country have shown their love to me and their love especially for the kingdom of God in my country. And I've always been appreciative of that. Again, thank you so much for this privilege. And please, I'll be answering your question right now. If you have any question, please raise your hand. And then, yes.
Aaron, I have a couple questions. What size is your country? How big is it?
It will be almost the same size as California, but a little bigger than that. But obviously, compared to America, it's a very, very small country.
And you mentioned that you hadn't yet made your financial goals for the college this year.
For student scholarship.
How much are you lacking in that?
70 students. For a 70 student, it will be 11,200, and we are only at 8,100. So we are getting close, but not yet. So.
And let me say, your English is really good. There's
Thank you.
There's probably 150 dialects here in this room.
Aaron, how receptive is the Buddhist to to Christianity in your country? I mean, are the Buddhists pretty willing to let you speak the gospel, or are they you have to do it in hiding?
Buddhists are very tolerant to other religious groups, but the main challenge is that they don't easily accept the gospel. In fact, one of the factors of that is they are very good people. They are very peaceful. They are totally different from other religious groups like Muslim and any other, but they are very peaceful people, and they are very tolerant to other religious groups. So they are, some are even better than Christians. In fact, like all my relatives from my mother's side, except one of my uncles, or rest are Buddhists. So I grew up with my cousin who are Buddhist, and also, and in fact, I have 4 very close friends, and they are my high school friends. We still keep in touch, but they all are Buddhists, and I've been trying to share the gospel to them since my high school, but so far no one has shown any sign of interest. They will listen to me. They will listen to me, and they will be smiling. They will smile on their face, and they will say, and it's just like kind of go through the years. So it's very hard. So the best approach to Buddhists will be the philosophical discussion, because Buddhists by nature they like to meditate, as you know, yoga and all this like modern stuff. They are not really modern in Asia. All this like yoga, meditation, all come from Hinduism and Buddhism. So Buddhists by nature they like to meditate, and they like to do philosophical discussion. So what I always do with my friends is that I sit down with them and I talk about creation and the origins of the earth and universe, and also all the kind of moral like related questions and all that. So I always do that. That would be the best approach to a Buddhist. Any more questions?
Aaron,
Oh, yes.
how do they worship? Do the Christians have churches as we do? Do they go weekly or twice a week or anything to a church?
Yes, there are churches that like in our church planting ministry, we have like now 22 churches we have planted, but compared to the church, they are very small. But it's not a Christian nation. So those are more like house churches. Many of the churches don't have a building. These are very beautiful buildings, actually. They don't have churches, so they gather at the houses, and so they just pray together, and they try to bring in like many more friends into their gathering. So that's what they do. But they don't really have like buildings and churches for most of the churches. But as the size doesn't matter anyway. It is the belief.
When this country first started, we didn't have any churches over here either. They met in a home or a schoolhouse. They made schoolhouses, and they had for church. Schoolhouses and churches, same thing. So our history of the Southern Assembly Branch Church getting started was there.
Yeah, it is to me, it's a very godly nation. And there is a country that has like the word of God on their currency now. In America, you have the God we trust in currency. And this is such a beautiful thing.
And we're very blessed here to have people.
And no wonder, God bless this nation. The United States is the most popular in the world. So, and I came from like third world country. When I got here, I've been always memorized by all the lessons this country.
What kind of Buddhism do you practice or what?
Theravada. There are two types of Buddhism, Theravada and Mahayana. So my country Buddhism is Theravada, so it's more conservative. So Mahayana is kind of a little bit liberal. So Chinese Buddhism, it's
Pure Land is what I understand they call it. Pure Land Buddhism in China.
Yes, but if you study Buddhism carefully, like Chinese Buddhism, China, like Japan and Korea are different. They are different, but they all came from Mahayana Buddhism.
Did you study, when you were in India, did you study at that school, did you study Advaita Vedanta? Advaita Vedanta, did you study that when you were in India?
No.
Non-dualism?
Or non-dualism?
In Hinduism.
Oh, Hinduism. Yeah, we study all the world religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and like Islam. So we study all of that. We didn't go into detail. So. But like both in India and my country, like people always live with the people from other religions feel side by side. Like I have mentioned to you, I mentioned before, like I have like 4 Buddhist friends, and there are many Muslims in my town too. So, yes, but my country Buddhism is Theravada. It's more conservative. It's more conservative. Any more questions? Thank you so much, Dan, and it is such a pleasure to be here. And thank you so much for all the questions you have asked. And if you're interested, and let me know. And also you can talk to Dr. Steve Nugent or like your church